So, let's talk about wildfire a little bit. I got two great wildfire questions. Number one, how is the town communicating wildfire danger to tourists? Last year it felt like we were playing catch up after the Peak 1 fire. I completely agree. And where/how does a private citizen report an unattended campfire? So first off, our communication program this year, we have a new communications director, Haley Littleton, up here in the front doing the Facebook Live. Haley is doing a full program for us that in conjunction with the county and the Forest Service will be part of this also. Dan Gibbs, who is very well versed in the wildland fire and mitigation, is our county commissioner. And I think that the entities in the area that own the land, tiny bit by the town, a little bit larger bit by the county, and then the majority of it by the Forest Service, are really going to put out a robust package trying to warn people about danger this year. We have asked Dan, as sort of our representative with the Forest Service, about the Forest Service putting restrictions earlier this year. They don't like to hamper people's pleasure in the backcountry. I think the council's opinion is, we don't like you to hamper our livelihood by burning down the forest. So we are very interested in this this season. And Dan, where does a private citizen report a campfire? Do you call the fire department or
Couple quick things.
or you're mobile?
Call 911, determine when to have fire bans.
I believe Dan told me that when the Peak 2 fire started, it had not reached that critical mass that the Forest Service looks for. So, as far as I'm concerned, that level is broken. So we need to come up with something else. The town of Breck's in a constant state of fire ban. We only allow fires in chimeneas and approved fire rings. So you can't just go have a show in your yard.
How would someone, we're all out there biking, running, hiking, whatnot, and then often we'll just come across people dispersed camping. And even if there's no fire, I mean, certainly that doesn't behoove you to call 911. I'm kind of curious, how would someone, is there any sort of place that you could call and say, hey, I'm seeing a lot of, remember we got that letter to the council, I'm seeing a lot of dispersed camping up on Baldy. Maybe the cops should keep an eye on that, or the fire folks could keep it. Is there any sort of clearinghouse where we could call for something like that?
No, but you just need to let, I think you need to let some public officials know, because obviously if you're seeing a lot of dispersed camping, there's a good chance they may have fires.
Yeah, right.
And so, I mean, that's part of the program where we're hiring these people, because we will send them in. We already are aware of a lot of areas that tend to have those types of sites that we're going to focus on, but that's where we'll focus those people in those areas, but we have to be made aware of it.
So would you call dispatch
You can call
668-8600?
Or the Dillon Ranger District.
Or the Dillon, okay, 468-5400 for the Dillon Ranger District.
Wow.
You can't even remember your own phone.
I know, it's Rain Man.
That is super Rain Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Leave a sticker.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Is there an updated master plan for McCain property? What are the considerations taken regarding light pollution, lighting for the pump station site on McCain property? I assume that's the new water plant? Will there be H2O retention ponds? If so, how many and where? All right. Do you want to start with the McCain master plan? And then maybe James can answer the lighting and the detention ponds.
Yeah, well, we, I don't know how many times we've visited and revisited the McCain master. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it again.
And, the McCain property is, it's a wonderful property. For one, we're
Tell
restoring.
everybody where it's at. They
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, I'm sorry. So from Coin Valley Road north along Highway 9. So after CMC going north, it's that open property to the west of Highway 9. We've done tremendous river restoration along there, and this year I hope that the vegetation, the willows start to really take hold. And that's just a fabulous area if any of you have had a chance to be out there at all. So for one, it's just a beautiful property. Parts of it are not so beautiful. Parts of it need quite a bit of fill. And so we are going to be working on filling that in, because whatever ends up happening to that in the future is first gonna have to come up off the floodplain. And so we have it earmarked for housing, some more future housing. We obviously are building the water plant on it right now. We have looked at whether or not it makes any sense to have retention ponds, and the consensus has so far been no, it doesn't make any sense to do that. We have snow storage that still needs to be done. And then we've had some other requests that we've visited on and off about potential short-term things that could happen there, and but we're kind of going slow, and we have kind of, revised it several times along the way. But the most important thing is, I think, to make sure that that river restoration continues to happen in a wonderful fashion, and that we do have that area available for some future housing, that the water plant does get finished correctly and everything looks good, and from there, we'll just continue to see how it goes. So-
And we're looking at it as one of the options for the campground.
That's correct, yeah, and of course, the waste, or the recycling center is out there on the corner of it as well, so, and then they ask about lighting,
Light
right?
pollution, I'm
Light
assuming
pollution.
will meet all our dark sky.
Yeah,
Is there a lot of light out there right now?
there will be some lights on the site itself, primarily just for security purposes.